Good point, Governor. All right, joining us now, former Michigan gubernatorial candidate Tudor Dixon and coined vice president and former RNC deputy communications director Cassie Smedile. Thank you so much for joining us here tonight. Cassie, you see these blue states just continue to be defiant. With that mariachi band out there, it's just kind of offensive to me. But they're protecting these predators. How many times do we have to say it? People get killed, raped, and other things.
Yeah, here again, you got Democrats making headlines for defending the criminals, for defending illegal aliens, for defending people who are making it harder for tax-paying U.S. citizens to go to work, get a good paycheck, to raise our families in a safe community. And I think it's so interesting. You know, Mayor Eric Adams, he's kind of walked back all that New York has spent on illegal aliens to house and the resources that it's taken away from New Yorkers. Billions of dollars that they have spent, that's going away from those who need it. In particular, those who are hit the hardest by this are low-income communities who really need the resources of their city to help them get back on their feet, and they're being failed. And here in Boston, you've got this mayor, as you said, bringing out a mariachi band, making a political show of it all. And what she is saying is, I value illegal immigrant criminals, hardened criminals, over the safety and security of Bostonians. And I hope everyone hears that as they go to the polls, whether it be in the midterms or the next presidential or whenever that woman's up for re-election.
Tudor, and hat tip to David Spunt and CB Cotton for this. Pam Bondi, the U.S. Attorney General, sent this letter to 30 sanctuary jurisdictions and given them the deadline of today. Confirm or deny, essentially, confirm you're going to cooperate with federal immigration enforcement, lay out the steps, or not. And their responses from all of these areas, Colorado, Rhode Island, Oregon, has been they claim they already work with the feds on immigration or say they have no plans to change their sanctuary policies. It's quite embarrassing. And like Rhode Island says, this generic, non-specific form letter lacks any meaningful detail and does not merit a response. Okay, well, your non-response is a response. What could they do with this, though, from a federal perspective? Because ultimately it's in Congress's hands, the power of the purse to deprive these jurisdictions of future money and appropriations. But the federal government, as is in the administration, could do an awful lot to make life difficult for these jurisdictions.
Well, and honestly, it started with this letter because we know that in 2024, the American people came out en masse and said, we want to make sure that we get rid of illegal aliens, and especially illegal criminal aliens in our cities. We want to make sure that we have a secure border, and we want to make sure that the leaders that we elect are on board with that. So Pam Bondi, congratulations to her sending out this letter and getting these people on the record saying, we don't agree with the American people. We don't agree with the people who just voted for this, because as the Democrat approval rating continues to go down, we now have some of these people who are clearly, I mean, as you pointed out, the mariachi band, this is a political statement. The mayor of Boston wants to become some bigger political figure in the United States, and she is now on record saying, I don't care what the American people want. I think that's a huge move for the administration as we go into midterms, but there are also things that they will do to say, okay, you know what, if we have to, we're going to make sure ICE is there. We're going to make sure that the people in Boston are safe. The people in East Lansing are safe, because we are also seeing this in the state of Michigan with our capital, right outside of our capital city, East Lansing. They're saying, we're not going to take care of the people in this city. That's outrageous. It's not what the American people voted for, and it will ultimately hurt them politically, but it will also hurt them financially.